Welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here are our best bets for the beginning of the MLB postseason. Who has it better than us? Literally one of the most best, wonderful, greatest times of the year in all of sports. October baseball.
Yep.
There's something in the air. There's a chill when the leaves turn colors, and there's something in the air when it's crisp and the lights are the brightest. After a long road of 162 games, we know every pitch matters.
Yes.
Every game matters.
Yes.
Every at-bat matters. Fellas, welcome in. Welcome back to the best sports betting show on YouTube. This is a very special episode, our MLB postseason episode, where we are going to break down each of the wild card matchups, all four, 2 AL, 2 NL, and then give our full picture, give some futures, and then I guess see you on the other side.
Yeah, it's the best time of the year. You got baseball playoffs starting. You got college football starting to heat up. You got the NFL season in week 5. Everything is in full swing.
I'm so
Tuesday,
happy.
September 30th, we're going to have a full slate of MLB games. The 3-game wild card set has just been electric implementation into the baseball schedule.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this is as good as matchups as we've ever had. Padres, Cubs, Tigers, Guardians is good. I feel like they play every year, even though maybe they don't. And then Red Sox, Yankees in the Bronx.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Let's dive in. Face first. Tigers, Guardians, matchup number 1.
Yeah, the Guardians coming into this as hot as any team in baseball. The Tigers coming into this as cold as any team in baseball.
Yeah. They skinnied in by the hairs on their ass cheeks. Shout out to Houston Astros. It felt like we just had this series in Cleveland, where Guardians really took advantage of the matchup. It felt like just down the stretch, the Tigers do not have the same juice entering in the postseason as they did last year. It almost feels like these tides have turned. The turntables have turned. The Guardians, at one point, a couple weeks back, were about plus 5,000. If you went back into...
You could get them at 100-1 to win the division.
Yeah, 100-1.
Yeah.
And now here we are, very similar feel, how the Tigers went into their final stretch, their final month of baseball from the 2024 season. Now we get an even line.
Yep.
If you told me this would be the line of the Tigers and Guardians going head-to-head in the wild card back in August,
yes,
I would say you were out of your mind. Loop, it feels like Scooble hasn't felt the same.
No, I mean...
Flaherty is not the same.
As a Red Sox fan who is monitoring both these teams very closely, hoping to get past these teams and make the playoffs, I think the Guardians ended the year winning 15 of 17, 5 of 6 against the Tigers over like an 8-day stretch.
And that's the beauty of baseball.
The Tigers have lost, I think, 10 of 12. Couldn't even beat a Red Sox pitcher who they pulled off of the beach on the last day of the season. And twice during the final week of the season, or last 2 weeks, the Guardians beat Tariq Skubal.
Yeah. So baseball is a game of runs. And baseball is, once again,
quite literally,
you call Uncle Mo, and when he answers, momentum starts rolling.
Yeah.
And right now, there is not a hotter baseball team on planet Earth than the Cleveland Guardians. They're feeling things in places in their body which they've never felt before. The Guardians have experience in postseason, but this right now feels a little bit different.
Yes.
With some of the gentlemen in this lineup, and now you're at home in a fucking electric atmosphere. It's one of the special playoff postseason atmospheres.
Cleveland's gonna be buzzing.
In Cleveland, we would be out of our minds not to ride the tide of the Cleveland Guardians to win this series. Show me Gavin Williams game 1. Show me Tanner Bibee game 2. Show me the Guardians to say red hot against a struggling, down-falling, sky is falling Tigers team. I would be shaking in my fucking boots.
Yeah, I like him in game 1, too. I think Skubal is laying like minus 170 on the road, and I don't quite see why. He went 0-2 against him down the stretch, and the Guardians just seem to have a little magic. Jose Ramirez will probably park one into the stands.
Yeah.
I like the Guardians.
And who wouldn't be in bed game 1 with Skubal?
Exactly.
I love Nerfies. I love Nerfies in postseason. Postseason means Nerfies. I'll probably be sniffing every single one of these Nerfies. Show us the Guardians to win the series at minus 110.
Yeah. All right. Then Yankees, Red Sox. I mean, there is...
Talk about another franchise shaking in their boots.
Yeah, there's nothing better. Yankee Stadium,
This is incredible.
Garrett Crochet making his playoff debut. Max Fried on the bump for the Yankees. As a Red Sox fan, it gives me extreme anxiety to think about the fact that at 6 o'clock Eastern Tuesday afternoon, and it's probably going to be Romy Gonzalez leading off for the Red Sox. They got a very interesting lineup when they face lefties. Rob Brefsnyder will be at fourth, but I like the pitcher that's on the mound for Boston.
I love the pitcher who's on the mound for Boston. Look, fellas, this is once again, Loop, you dreamed of the Red Sox having a seat at the table.
Yeah, just get into the dance.
In the postseason back in June, back in July. It felt like a very long shot.
Yes.
Now, all of a sudden, the New York Yankees have had such an interesting roadmap. In August, they were kind of dead. Now in September, they kind of were winning a lot of ball games that
couldn't quite get past Toronto.
It has always felt like the Yankees just beat up on the bad teams to find their wins. And as of late, the Red Sox have just climbed tooth and nail. And this is just a series that goes back as old as time. And this is why we play the game right here. Boston in the Bronx. Loop, I feel like the weight of the world is on the New York Yankees' shoulders. They shouldn't be in this position.
No.
They were a front runner before this season to win the AL, the American League. Now they find themselves not only in a wild card matchup, but going against a team who is their bitter arch rival.
Yeah, I mean,
possibly their kryptonite.
You look up and down the baseball postseason, and there is not one team that the Yankees want to see less coming into Yankee Stadium, or one pitcher that they want to see less coming into Yankee Stadium than the Red Sox and Garrett Crochet.
This feels like a nightmare for New York. And Loop, what was that beautiful stat that you were talking about back in the season with over the last 12 games? How many times did the Red Sox beat the Yankees?
Yeah, the Sox went on an 8-game win streak against the Yankees, won 9 of 13 against them during the regular season.
Yeah.
Also, you got Aaron Judge, 3 for 15 with 11 strikeouts against Mr. Crochet.
And we've heard that teams who win game 1 of a wild card series go on to win that series.
Yeah, I think 10 of 12 have been sweeps. Only two of the 12 series that went to game 3.
So if the Sox
want it bad,
find a win in game 1 under the king of Garrett Crochet,
I'm not scared of Max Fried either.
No.
I'm not scared of Rodon either.
I was just about to say.
And I feel like Bayo could shove too. He's got unbelievable stats against the Yankees.
I feel like
ERA under 3.
The most dangerous teams in the MLB postseasons are the teams that don't have anything to lose.
Right.
The Red Sox right now are playing ahead of schedule. They're going to have a wonderful roadmap for many years to come with all their young talent. This is a Yankees team where if they don't come out of this series, there is going to be hell.
Yeah.
The place is going to be on fire. Loop, give me the team who has nothing to lose going against a team they have owned with the better pitching matchup game 1 in a 3-game series. Show us the Boston Red Sox to take down the big bad Yankees.
Yeah, and a loss for the Yankees. I mean, and you don't have Roman Anthony for Boston. You don't have Marcelo Meyer, and you know the future in Boston is just so bright with all these young players.
Let's go to the NL.
Listen, the Reds, I mean, should write
Godspeed.
thank you letters to every person and player in the Mets organization for having a worse record since June than I think everyone except maybe the Rockies. And now somehow they're dancing, but they got to go to LA.
Yeah, and usually I would love a team who is in here dancing, but not only was it almost like not really a Cinderella run, like most of these teams that get in, like the Cleveland Guardians. Guardians, for example, they have steamrolling right now. Whereas the Reds, they backed in.
Yes.
And not only is that the scenario, now they have to go against arguably the best team in the NL. I feel like the Dodgers have done a lot of fucking around this season. I feel like now coming around, there is no man on this planet who would be more happy to see the Dodgers be taken down in this wild card matchup than me. However, I just don't think it's there. They're outnumbered, they're outmanned. It's an uphill battle. We're not going to take a lot of time with this one. Godspeed to the Cincinnati Reds. I'm happy that they're dancing and that they made it. but it's the Dodgers. Loop thoughts?
Yeah, Dodgers. We're taking the Dodgers. Shout out Terry Francona. Unbelievable that he's back in the playoffs.
Yep.
And I will say, though, if you're a Reds fan, any given day in baseball, a dink and a dunk and a blast, and all of a sudden you're up 1-0, and then the Dodgers have to go play for their lives. Like, all you got to do is win Tuesday.
All you got to do is win Tuesday, and then which is honestly very possible.
Yeah.
Hunter Green is unbelievable.
Yep.
And the Dodgers bullpen is not anything special. They've paid all these billions and billions of dollars, but the men who come out of their bullpen, I don't think are the most trustworthy.
Nope.
God forbid Blake Snell gets a little rattled, little rocked.
All you got to do is win one game.
There's so many sleazy, sketchy guys. And that's, again, this is where heroes are made. These are where heroes are born in October. The Spencer Steers, the Mr. Fradels. There's a lot of just sleazy, sketchy guys. Mr. Benson on this Cincinnati roster and in this lineup. But give us the Dodgers to win the series. And yeah, let's just maybe win game one for the Reds and see what happens. But like I said, we're going to roll with the Dodgers.
All right, next series, Padres, Cubs. Good one, dude. A lot of baseball lure in this one.
Yeah, a lot of baseball lure.
Anything for the taking, too.
Yeah.
Tuesday, you got Pivetta and Boyd. Wrigley Field.
Big Dick Nick.
3 o'clock Eastern. Wow, that's great.
Look, I feel like I want it to be the Cubs.
Yep.
But I also feel like they are just not there.
Yeah, it seems like the Padres in this series are one of the team that's probably built a little more for a postseason run.
Yeah.
They got the bullpen.
And they've had the experience.
They got the starters. They got the experience. They knocked on the door beating the Dodgers last year. And then if they had won Game 5 against the Dodgers, they looked like they were gonna, and then they stopped scoring.
It feels like the ceiling is just higher for this Padres team, and the fact that we have a plus sign next to a Padres team who has more experience, and in my opinion, I would rather roll with Nick Pivetta game number 1 than a Mr. Matthew Boyd. Who the fuck's Matthew Boyd? I know he's an all-star. I know he's had an incredible season, but a guy like a vet like Nick Pivetta who's been around the block, why not the Padres in game 1? And I know we're in Wrigleyville, but this is a team who from top to bottom just has dogs. And I feel like I haven't heard a lot of buzz from the Chicago Cubs.
No, it's been lackluster since the All-Star break. They were the hottest team alive, Pete Crow Armstrong, and then second half, he's like the worst player in baseball.
They fell off a cliff. And now they're here.
You just got to like the back end of that Padres bullpen. Like when push comes to shove at the end of the game, they might have the best bullpen in baseball.
Yeah.
And in a postseason series,
that's all that matters.
It could come down to it. Yeah, let's take the Padres plus money.
100%. The value's on the Padres. I believe in the Padres more. Like you said, since the All-Star break, it's been very lackluster for the Cubs. It's kind of been of a sky fall, a free fall. Now they find themselves at home. I feel like the Padres are a more battle-tested team. Obviously, they're giving the favorite to a home team in a wild card matchup with 2 similar style teams. But you want to talk about experience with the Machados, the Tatises, and I love this lineup.
Yeah,
for San Diego.
Yep. And the starters, they got experience. The bullpen, they've got experience.
Like roll out Darvish.
Yeah, give us the Pods to go play the Brewers. All right, let's get to the full playoff picture.
So I placed in our wild card teams and what this second round would look like in the divisional.
You already sent my Red Sox through, which makes me scared.
Well, we just gave the picks.
I know, we gave the picks. I didn't give them the fucking series, though.
That was the series. Those were the series.
I know. I'm saying they haven't advanced there yet, dick. All right. This does look nice, though.
We have to believe.
We have to believe.
Luke, when I look at the AL, let's give some futures here. I've never seen more teams who are beatable in a playoff picture than the American League.
No, I know. That's why you're any team. You win the wild card series, you feel like you have a good chance to go to the World Series.
If it's up to me, the momentum keeps going, and the Guardians beat the Mariners, and the Red Sox beat the Blue Jays.
Look, yeah, the Blue Jays kind of came in. They kind of wrote the ship at the end of the year, but no Bo Bichette, who's been their best player. I don't think he's coming back. And the Sox just went into Toronto when both of them were playing for everything and looked like the better team. They have the better pitching. It's tough for the Red Sox, though. You win this series, and then Garrett Crochet doesn't get to start game 1.
Yeah. But in division, anything's possible.
100%. No, the Blue Jays don't scare me. The Guardians are the hottest team on earth. But I feel like the Mariners getting slept on a little bit.
I know, but
you got to see it to believe it.
Yeah, you got to see it to believe
Only
it.
team in Major League history to never go to the World Series.
The Seattle Mariners.
Seattle Mariners. Place will be buzzing, though. 2 great baseball cities. All 4 of those are great baseball cities. Toronto, Boston, Seattle, Cleveland will all be buzzing.
Buzzing.
Yeah.
Then on the NL side, I'm going to open with open arms. Welcome in the Dodgers to Philadelphia. That is going to be an incredible series. I just got chills thinking of a red October in Citizens Bank Park after the Dodgers having to play a wild card series. Goes back to you mentioning the pitching situation, not having to have Blake Snell. Obviously, it was a fucking gut punch losing Zach Wheeler, not having him out, who has been one of the great in recent years playoff postseason pitchers in the MLB. However, I still think the rotation is built strong enough in Philadelphia to win a series like this, where the Dogs have that dog mentality of the Kyle Schwarbers and the Bryce Harpers and the Trey Turners and the Nick Castellanoses, and now with sleazy, sketchy guys like the Harrison Baders even in that lineup who can produce, the Bryson Stotts, the Alec Boehms, where they could get the job done against a Dodgers team who has just been set out to win the World Series, right? That's been the whole thing since March, that the Dodgers were going to repeat. Well, going into Philadelphia, I am so happy. It is a Philadelphia home field advantage. That is where Philadelphia buzzes the most. 1 hit becomes 2, 2 runs becomes 5, and all of a sudden you could just lose it really fast. I believe in Ranger Suarez. I believe in Aaron Nola, this channeling, getting back on track, and the bullpen. The bullpen's really solid.
Yeah, my only concern in this series would be the fact that this wild card series for the Dodgers is exactly what they need to start to get going.
Just like blow the
if they had to take a
doors
couple
off the
days
Reds.
off, and without
I completely agree.
But it is sad. Like, if there was probably 2 pitchers in this postseason picture that I would want, like Garrett Crochet and Zach Wheeler would probably be the 2 guys, and the fact that they don't have him is tough.
Very tough.
But I think they still have a good chance as anyone to win the World Series. I think they're the favorites.
They are.
Yeah, I guess take the Phillies in that series.
I'm gonna be on my hands and knees, and then, dude, it's another see it to believe it.
Yeah, Brewers. Brewers are very similar to me as the Mariners.
We like the Padres here, and then we once again, Luke, get another series of Phillies Pods.
Yep.
Which has been just historically just electric.
Correct.
This was the team that the Philadelphia Phillies beat to go to the World Series a couple seasons ago to play the Astros coming out of the AL. Loop plus 2,500 right now. Our World Series prediction plus 2,500. The team coming out of the AL, please, Loop, I need you to believe now more than ever, is the Boston Red Sox, and the team to come out of the NL is the Philadelphia Phillies.
That'd be great. I'd be so happy.
I think it's so possible.
I know.
I almost believe in that AL more than you're believing in your own team, but I understand why.
If the Red Sox win Tuesday, I'll feel a lot better about the whole picture.
Yeah, and I want to say this right now while the camera's on and the lights are bright. Give me Bryce Harper to win the World Series MVP. I'm just going to sprinkle on that. It's plus 1,600. The Philadelphia Phillies are plus 450. To win.
Is Harper the favorite?
The entire thing? No, Schwarber. You got to be out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying on the Philadelphia Phillies. The favorite is Ohtani.
Yeah. He pitches and hits.
But the Philadelphia Phillies are favorite to win the World Series right now, plus 450. If there is a guy that we have seen time and time again deliver in the biggest moments, it's Mr. Bryce Harper, a man who embodies what it means to win in the postseason. He lives for the big moments. And when he comes up to bat, there is no place he would rather be than in that box in the biggest moments of the postseason. I would love to deem him Mr. October of 2025. So I sit here with the Philadelphia Phillies being the favorites to win the World Series. Fuck that plus 450. Bryce Harper, World Series MVP, plus 1,600. I will take. Today is what? September 28th at 4 o'clock p.m. Give me Bryce Harper to win the World Series MVP. Loop, any thoughts?
Trevor Story.
Trevor Story? Fuck yeah, I love it. Look, October baseball, it's where legends are born. There's no place we would rather be.
All day, every day.
It is something so special that surrounds. It's like no other. playoff in all of sports. We appreciate each and every single one of you junkies who are baseball junkies. We built this show on baseball. We live, eat, sleep, breathe the baseball, and now let's go play ball.
Can't wait.
As always, we'll see you on the other side.